안녕하세요.
I'm Marshall.
I'm Ariel.
And we're
So Due for Two.
Okay, so next we're going to do a currently watching. This is going to be Little Mom Scandal.
And it's not currently airing.
Yeah.
It actually was 2008, but on Drama Fever they just put up season 1, so it's the first
So that's why it's
episodes.
currently watching
That's
for
right.
us, because we watched the first season of it.
Yeah.
Second.
Okay, so the main characters. So we have Hwang Jung-un plays Na Hae-young. Im Sung-un plays An Sung-suk. Young Hee-jung plays Kim Hyo-won, and Sung In-hwa plays Yang Sun-hee.
Okay, so with this one right away, I mean, it's only 8 episodes in the first season. The characters in this are kind of really diverse, right?
And it's really interesting because it's so different from a lot of the other things we've ever seen in Korean dramas. So, like, sort of the plot of this is that you have this main girl who's sort of, you know, her stepdad's a rich senator, and she's trying to, like, make him angry, so she's, like, a gold digger.
Yeah, and kick-ass, you know.
Yeah, she's, like, she plays taekwondo, or she did that, you know, throughout her years, so she's, like, really tough. And then she meets this friend who's, like, a little ditzy girl who's trying to, like, impress her boyfriend, and somehow she gets involved with these, she ends up moving into a house with these other girls who sort of work at, like, a brothel that doesn't they aren't having sex. Mm-hmm. So basically they do everything else but sex.
Yeah.
That's sort of like
so it's definitely a pretty racy
it's a racy concept.
For Korean dramas.
Yeah. It's definitely like up there with like I Need Romance with the kind of stuff that's happening. And it's definitely more mature than a lot of the other things we've seen before, even though they're supposed to be in high school. So it's sort of interesting because it kind of reminds us like there's sort of this theme right now in American TV of like, you know, Teen Mom and all these things where you have like Little Mom Scandal. It's like this sort of idea of being in high school and being pregnant.
Yeah.
And so we have 2 characters that happened to. So one of the older girls, she was young and got pregnant, and the Sung-hee was also pregnant. Is pregnant. And at the end of this season, she's about to have the baby. So with chemistry, it's interesting because I'd say that the female chemistry in this one is a very positive energy because they're all sort of like working together, and I'd say they're very
being supportive of each other.
Exactly. And then with the dynamic with the guys, it's like the total opposite. Like it makes them seem so weak and like, you know, the women have no say, no backbone. So it's like a conflict for us with whether or not we like this.
And obviously, there's no real guys that we really like at this point. It's more of just like this women issue kind of thing going on. Of
like Sun-hee's boyfriend is like a total jerk.
Yeah,
who's like who didn't like, you know, who was not interested in being with her at all until like she gets suddenly sick and he realizes that there's actually a baby in there.
Yeah.
Like it's, you know, really odd. And then the main character has this, you know, sort of family friend that like loves her, and he's gorgeous, and we really like his character, but she doesn't like him. She's in love with this older guy. So it's sort of a really odd plot.
Yeah.
It's definitely different than anything else. So bad guy turned good. So maybe the boyfriend of the girl who's pregnant, maybe that guy might turn good.
Better.
I'm not sure.
Misunderstanding, mistaken identity. I mean, I guess the big thing is like not everyone knows she's pregnant, and obviously you wouldn't talk about that, you know, the same way.
Because they're in high school. It seems like at their school, like they get kicked out if they're pregnant.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that also in Baby and I, or Baby and Me, with Kim. I mean, sorry,
Jung Gun-suk.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that type of idea that you actually can't stay in school, or they try and like kick you out if you have a baby. I mean, that wouldn't happen here.
Or you couldn't legally do that.
Yeah, you couldn't legally do that here. I mean, definitely there could be like
stigma
about it, but yeah, they wouldn't. I don't think they'd be allowed to tell you to can't stay.
That wouldn't work here. So piggyback rides. I mean, we haven't had anything like that really. Kisses. So there's been a lot of
weird kisses because like obviously the older women work at like a brothel, like we said, and some weird stuff with that. I mean, definitely a little weirder storyline. I think that this isn't for everybody.
No. It's something different, and I mean, it was deceptive, the Little Mom thing. Actually, I don't know what I thought I was going to be watching when I watched this, and it was definitely different, but it did sort of keep my attention because it was something so different.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like kind of almost watching American television, except it's Korean, so there's like a lot of different things, but I mean, it felt like that same type of storyline that like, almost like Secret Life of the American Teenager.
Yes.
Or something, some like weird.
But a little more scandalous than Secret Life.
Definitely, because like there's the brothel aspect, but definitely the young pregnancy.
Yeah.
You know, is that kind of thing.
And that's been a big trend in TV recently, so we see that. So fashion, it's not really big on fashion. It's a couple years
uniform and stuff, so.
And then music, I don't really remember the music really so much so far. Because I think the plot is just so much more than
and I think like right now we have kind of mixed reviews about this drama. I mean, I kind of like that. It seems like there's an interesting women dynamic that's, you know, not as much involved with men, but then there's also like the men that are involved are like really horrible. So I don't really know how I'm gonna end up liking it.
And it's odd because the main character, again, she's like such a physically strong. She kind of reminds me of like a Protect the Boss or like Wild Romance character where she's like kick ass, but then she's like has this daddy complex with this older guy, and
it's creepy.
It's like really creepy, so I'm not really sure how.
So we're gonna keep watching it, and we'll keep you updated.
We'll see.
But I don't know if I would like recommend watching it right now. So if you're watching Drama Fever and you're like saw this one as newly updated, I don't know. Like I definitely say we're about half and half with whether or not we would recommend this to people to watch.
And the second season seems to be going in a totally different direction because she moves to another school, and there seems to be like other guy dynamic, like a younger guy.
So maybe that'll be a better.
So maybe we'll like it more. So we'll see. But we'll keep posted on it, guys.
All right. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.